Hi everybody, and welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm going to tell you how to read the web pages aloud on your OnePlus 15 using the AI Speak. AI Speak is one of the best functions in this phone. The first thing you are gonna do is to open settings. Now scroll almost all the way down to the accessibility and convenience. Tap it and tap here on the screen recognition. Enable that. Tap agree and continue, tap allow, and now as you can see here we do have the AI summary and AI speak enabled. Go now to some website that you want to read aloud. Enable this Smart Sidebar, and now as you can see here you have some file doc, Chrome calculator by files, photos, all. Tap all and now tap AI speak. Volume to low, turn it up.
2025, free cancellation, get your guide. Krakow, 500 plus results. Top pick from Krakow, Auschwitz-Birkenau guided tour and hotel pickup. 7 to 10 hours, skip the line.
That's how it works. As you can see here, we have speed. We can speed up or slow down the speech. Here we can replay. Here we can move to the manually to some line. Here we have, as you can see, the progress bar of the text from the web page, and we can move using these buttons too. To close, just tap close, and that's how it works. Goodbye and have a nice day.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OnePlus 15 and let me share with you how to fix up crashing. So let's begin with actually a force stop, because sometimes the app won't open if it is opened in the background. For example, let's pretend I've got problems with Chrome. So let's tap on it and hold it, and then tap on more features and go to app info. So first of all, I highly recommend to go to storage usage, and here we've got this cache section. So just tap on clear cache. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app, and sometimes they interfere. So clear cache and then tap on force stop. It is right in the middle here. Tap on force stop and your device will obviously forcefully stop the app. After that, you can try to open the app. However, if that didn't work, then repeat those steps, so cache and force stop, and try to power off and then power your device on, which will kind of confirm all of the changes. Another thing which you can do is to check for the updates, because sometimes older versions of the apps might have some problems. So what do we have to do? Simply open the Play Store. Be aware you need the internet connection, and if you're not sure what to do here, how to log in, then simply check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device. Then let's tap on search. Here tap on the search bar and enter the name of the app which you'd like to update. After that, our device will show us the results, and if you've got the update pending, instead of open you will have this big update button, and I highly recommend to simply tap on it. Your device will download the newer version and save it, or actually overwrite it over the older one. If that didn't work, what I also highly recommend to do is to come back to the section here, tap on the Google Chrome or any other app obviously, and tap on uninstall. Uninstall it and install it again. Basically, sometimes downloading the newer version directly and installing it will be better rather than overwriting it over the older version. And as a last resort, and what I highly recommend to do actually frequently, is to check for the software updates. So go to the settings. Right here we have to scroll all the way down and go to system updates, and here tap on software update. And now your device will check for the updates, and if your device will find the update, it will obviously show you the information about it. And what I highly recommend to do is to simply tap on download or install and apply new version, because sometimes newer system version will work better with different apps. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if your OnePlus 15 isn't recognizing your fingerprint properly. Let's try to set up a new fingerprint on the smartphone. And to do so, go to Settings, then navigate to Security and Privacy section. And here, let's open Device Unlock, Face and Fingerprint. Select fingerprint, but before you do so, wipe the surface of your device's screen, especially the fingerprint sensor area, to make sure that it's clean and smooth and there is no dust on it. To do so, use a microfiber cloth, or if you don't have such around, you can use a dry towel instead. And if this solution won't help you, then try removing your screen protector and replacing it with the original OnePlus screen protector, as these are the most compatible ones with their fingerprint scanners. And they actually are the most common issue to this, the most commonly causing problems with fingerprint recognition. So let's select fingerprint when you're ready, then draw the pattern or enter the password, tap add fingerprints. If you have any previously added fingerprints on your device, then of course remove them from here. And once you're ready, press and hold your fingerprint on the fingerprint scanner area. Try adding the parts of your fingerprint that your phone is asking for, and you can see them highlighted on this picture. Add the edges, and once you're done, tap done. And before we continue, let's go back to the settings and find System and Update. Open System and Update. Make sure that your device is connected to the internet. Go to Software Updates menu and check if your device has any updates to install. If it does, then take your time to download the latest software version on your device and let your phone restart. If you don't have any updates prepared, then restart your phone manually by pressing power button and volume up key at the same time, and swipe up for restart, and then wait until your phone is rebooted. Then after the restart, enter your password once again before trying out your fingerprint scanner. Then let your phone start up. It usually takes a couple of seconds, but if you have many applications on your device, then wait for about half a minute. And now let's test our fingerprint scanner, and as you can see, it worked smoothly for the first time. It also did for the second one, and yeah, the test showed that everything works perfectly. Though if you still have issues, then it's most probably your screen protector that is interfering with your fingerprint scanner. And I really hope that this solution helped you, and if it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix your OnePlus 15 heating while charging. So first, it's normal if you're using fast charging. So if you use the original adapter and the original cable, then it's normal that your phone is heating up because you're using the fast charging. So your phone charges up faster, but it just generates more heat. So there's nothing to worry about. Now, if this isn't the normal heating, like the fast charging heating, then what you guys can do is check for background apps that can cause heat and high power consumption. So go over to the settings, and right here in the settings, you guys need to scroll down to battery, and here scroll down until you guys use since last full charge. Here we have the battery usage. Now here we have the battery usage by app. As you guys can see, the system launcher, settings, and files by Google are my top 3 apps. So we cannot do anything about the system launcher and the settings, but files by Google, we can force stop the app right here. And we can also do that for a lot of other apps like messages, Chrome. We can view more apps here, and we can, let's say, force stop even wallpapers. So this is where we can easily do that. Now, as I've mentioned before, if you're using the original charger and the cable, that is normal, but I would recommend you guys using it still, because you can use some third-party chargers, bricks, and cables, and that may also be the reason why your phone is heating up more than it should. Now, if you're using your phone while charging, so for an example, gaming, watching TikTok, YouTube, or anything else, then it's normal that your phone will heat up more. So I would recommend you guys avoiding your phone while charging it. And if you have a case for it, as you guys can see, I don't. But if you do, then I recommend you guys remove it, because sometimes the heat can get trapped right here, and it can basically improve the heat dissipation when you remove the case. And lastly, what you guys can do is charge your phone in a cool and ventilated area. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how to summarize any web page using the summary on your OnePlus 15. And first, you need to open the settings and scroll all the way down. Tap Accessibility and Convenience and tap Screen Recognition. Enable Screen Recognition. Now, once enabled, you can go to your favorite web page, and now here we have our article. Let's just assume that you want to summarize this page. Prolong your Smart Sidebar, tap All, and tap Show More, or just search for the article summary. Here now your page will be scanned. You have to tap Agree and Continue, and the summary is here. Text is being processed. It may take some time, and now, as you can see, it is here. The text is being generated, and now, as you can see, here we can tap Save to Notes. And this is the guide from our own website, HardReset.Info, and as you can see, this is for a MAS52 band hard reset guide. This guide details the process of performing a hard reset on the MAS Band 2 to restore it to the factory default settings. 1. Preparation and initial steps for hard reset. As you can see here, I don't really want to read that aloud all of this, but this is how it works, and that's how you can find the summary. And as you can see here, we have detailed or just shortcut, general, call, meaning, knowledge. This is the template, just a template for the text. And now using this button, you can tap Save to Notes. We can tap View, and all is saved. Actually, that's it. It's very useful. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hi guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 10 hidden features you have to try on your OnePlus 15. So, actually, we can start with the Zen mode. If you know what is Zen mode, you can skip, but let me introduce the Zen mode to you. If you go to the settings, and wait a moment, I need to reset my settings. If you go to the settings, and now scroll down to the accessibility and convenience, and scroll further down so that we can see the Zen Space, we have something called Zen Space, which is the Zen mode. And what is the Zen mode? Zen mode lets you disconnect from distractions by locking your phone for a period of time, for example 20 minutes, 30, 60, up to 180. And you can customize the duration, lock screen dim or something like that, and this phone will be locked. You won't use your phone. There is no possibility to unlock it. You can just do the emergency calls, you can just call someone or mute or unmute your device. So here if we tap on the Zen, we can see duration. As I can see here, we do have the pre-made durations from 1 to 60 minutes. Or if we tap customize, we can set the custom value from the list up to 100 minutes or set the 1 minute. Let's leave it at 1 minute. And here we have background. We can set it to frontier, collision, or the immersion. Let's leave the immersion, for example, right now. If we tap done, we can start here. We have 6 seconds to cancel the Zen mode, actually. So you'd have the occasion if you have misclicked it, for example, for a few hours. And now, as I can see here, we have this button. This button, as I can see, works for the music. The background sounds are like this, for example, in this mode. In the other modes, as the sound is different. And as I can see, if your phone is muted, you won't hear the sound. But if you don't want to mute your audio because you want to receive calls, you can just tap this button in the middle to mute your device. Apart from that, here they have the camera button, and we can actually use your camera in this mode. But I don't really think that it's that useful. So we can go back to the Zen mode at the end. As I can see here, they have 15 seconds remaining. That's how Zen mode works, and that's why I do recommend that. It's very useful to when you need focus, for example, to learn something or anything else like that. Now it's after the Zen mode, and here they have quick summary. We can go back and go back, and now we can move to the next thing. The next thing is in the settings and in the security and privacy. Here, if you scroll somehow down to the device unlock, and now if you tap on the face and fingerprint unlock, you can find the fingerprint. If you tap that and draw your lock screen pattern, you can record your fingerprint. But that's not what is the video about. Here, as I can see, we have something called Quick Launch. Here, if you do have it enabled, you can edit the menu. As I can see here, if you hold your finger on the fingerprint sensor, which is around here on the screen, you can access this menu that you can configure here and edit up to your own preferences. You can do applications, actions, as I can see, everything that you just want. And if you tap down here, you can use that. As I can see, doesn't hold the fingerprint sensor until the icons appear. Without lifting your finger, slide it to an icon and then release to launch the corresponding function or application. So actually, I do think that this is very, very useful because it is actually kind of useful. As you can see, it's here. For example, we can take selfies. That's how it works, and it's very, very useful. I do recommend using this option because I do use it also. Now we can move to the next step, which is when we go to the app drawer, for example. Here, pardon me, not app drawer. Here, let's leave it on the home screen. And if we tap on the application, let it be, for example, Messenger or some very, very private application that I want to hide from for example, every friend or anyone else. We can tap App Lock here, and now we can tap Lock. We can tap Settings and enter the privacy password. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, it's not the very common and very nice password, so I don't recommend to use the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But yeah, that's how it works. Here we can set the recovery email or question. Let's not set it right now and leave that. We can actually here now lock the application, or of course we need to do these questions. Okay, so recovery email, here you do have to set the recovery email, and same as with the question, for example, former teacher's name and enter up to 20 characters. I don't know why, but they do require this information, so you have to use that and enter that before using the lock. Apart from the locking the applications, you can hide the applications, and I find it really, really useful because I was eager to see this feature on the OnePlus. Here, if you hold the finger on the application, tap unlock again, you can see hide. If you tap hide, you can do the same, but you just hide an application. Like you don't lock the application, you just hide the application. This is the simple way to hide sensitive or unused applications without uninstalling them. Apart from that, the fourth thing that I wanted to show you is the screen recorder with internal audio. So here, if we scroll down to the control panel from the top right corner to the middle of your screen, you can see all the things that you have in your phone. Search for the screen recording, but if you don't see this option, tap this pen icon and just add this option using this plus button. Here, you just have to add the tile to add and tap done. Then here, as you can see, we have this recording. So tap on the screen recording, and now here, as you can see, we do have record system sound. And there was no such option then. Now there it is. And apart from that, we can record the microphone sound. It's very, very useful when we want, for example, record the gameplay or some tutorials like I do for you. So let's, for example, start recording. And now the sound from the phone should be recorded with the microphone itself. To stop recording, you have to tap on the dynamic island here and tap this button. Save to photos, tap to view, let's unmute, and hear my voice with the microphone itself. To stop recording, you have to tap on the dynamic island here and tap. So let's, for example, as you can see, this option works. So we can move to the next step, which is the game mode. If you unlock our device again and go to the settings, but of course they are over here, and scroll down again to the accessibility and convenience, we can find somewhere here the game space. Here they have, as you can see, Zen Space, kids mode, outdoor mode, simple mode, pocket mismatch prevention, and here they have, as you can see, game booster. So this is the first thing about the games, but I've seen something else. Where was that? I don't think that it was here. So let's focus at first on the game booster. Here, as you can see, you have to have the game booster enabled to have the faster game launch for a better gameplay experience. Now, if we go back and tap AI, you can see. No, it wasn't here. Let me find it. Okay, so now I know where that is. It's here in the About Device section, and if you scroll down, you can see RAM. Here, as you can see, we have something called RAM expansion, which I had called the game space mode. Here, as you can see, we do have the RAM expansion, and when storage space is sufficient, you can use some of it to expand your RAM. The available storage space will be reduced accordingly. So actually, when you have it enabled and set to 12 gigabytes, you will have the RAM adjusted to your phone use. So if you are a gamer, this feature optimizes your phone's performance while gaming. It, of course, blocks any other processes when you do game and enhance the gaming performance. So I do really like this option because it doesn't use that much storage when you don't game, you don't play. And when you do play, the storage will be somehow lowered to expand the RAM. Now we can move to the display. Here, if you tap the display and brightness, you can find a lot of cool options, like for example, eye care, adaptive tone, image sharpener, video color boost, but that's not what we want to focus on. Here, when you, for example, move to the screen refresh rate over here, you can find some options. For example, auto select standard and high. If you tap high here, you can use refresh rate up to 165 Hz, which is very unusual for the phones. And you can actually have very smooth screen. As you can see, compared to standard, there's a much difference, for example, on the camera itself. This may increase the battery usage and cause the device to heat, but that's not what we want to talk about right now. Actually, it's very important to remember that this will eat your battery very, very much. But if you don't really care about the battery right now, you don't really have to mind that. Apart from that, here in this phone, we can quick reply straight from notifications. So I can't show this right now, but here, let me scroll to the notification center. Here, now, if you do have here, for example, some messenger or anything else, any other message, you can just tap on the notification itself, and you'll be prompted like here. You do have the keyboard and the label to text, and you can reply to the messages directly from the notification shade without opening the messaging app. This is useful for the fast replies when you're multitasking. Apart from that, here in this phone, we can go to the settings and search for the gestures, actually not gestures, but for the buttons and gestures in this phone. So at first we need to go to the system and update and tap system navigation. As you can see here, they have the gestures, which is the classic for now. But here, if you do have the buttons, we can edit the button layout. Here we do have this Samsung one, actually, which is this back on the left, circle in the middle, and this menu on the right. I really think that this is the Samsung one. Or you can have this classic one, which is the back on the right, circle in the middle, and the menu on the left. Apart from that, here we have the circles to search, which is easier to use on the buttons rather than the gestures. And actually here, if we do hold the button, we can use the circle to search, which is the classic on the Android phones right now. So this is the top trick that you can use and edit the buttons. As for the gestures, let me just here quickly switch to the gestures. We can say that we do have here sensitivity, and we can edit the sensitivity. We can edit everything here, both in the swipe navigations and the buttons. We can edit the left edge sensitivity to back and the right edge here. Apart from that, here we have the circle to search again, and everything, like for example swipe animations, like this is this one. So now let's go, for example, to the battery. Here in the battery, you can see that we do have something called balance mode, power saving mode, and high performance mode. But if we tap the power saving mode and turn it on, we can see that we have everything here. If we tap customize right now, we can edit all the settings that the power saving mode does. For example, change the auto screen off time to 15 seconds. We can disable it. Change screen refresh rate to 60 Hz. We can disable or enable it, and every other setting here. We can now switch to the balance mode back again. And now, as you can see, apart from this, we can tap the power saving settings. Here, as you can see, we do have automatically enter power saving mode. And apart from that, here we do have the sleep standby optimization. This is the feature, this is the which is the most important in the phones right now, because your device uses less power when you're asleep. App notifications will be delayed, but of course when you're sleeping it doesn't really matter. And video battery saver, you can enable that to, as you can see, automatically optimize the battery usage when Apple supported video application is draining the battery. This may impact very on the video and audio quality. That's it for here, and now we can actually double tap. Double tap. By the way, in a moment we need to first enable that in the settings. Here, if we go to the display, we can find the option double tap to lock. But I don't remember where was that. It was somewhere here. So actually I've learned now that this is automatically enabled and it's limited by default. And as I can see, if you tap very quickly the power button, the phone is not turned off. Like you can see the screen turning off. You can see that we just have the lock screen enabled. And actually That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave a like on our video. It's really important to us to have your feedback, so if you like this video, please share, like, subscribe, and goodbye and have a nice day.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to improve your battery life on OnePlus 15. There are a few things that you can do, and the first one that I'd recommend is turning off always on display. If you have it enabled, always on display, this is this mode that displays the clock if the screen is off. I'll show you that in just a moment. I'll just need to find it because I never remember where in settings is it, but once I find it, we'll be able to begin from there. So yeah. Okay, so in the settings, in home screen and lock screen, you can go to always on display. Now you can have it enabled, and I'll show you how it looks. So this is what it does. The screen's off, but it shows the clock, and you might like it, but if you'd like to save your battery, you may want to consider disabling it. Now, also, you may want to shorten the screen timeout. The screen timeout is the time of your inactivity on the phone, after which the screen will automatically go off. So let's wait a second. Let's see. That should probably take like half a minute on this phone. And the screen timeout, for some, it may be useful to set it to a longer value if you need more time to decide what to click on the screen, if you need more time to read, or if you are like me and recording videos and you're talking for a little bit longer than usual, people, then you may want to have the screen timeout longer. But if you want to save the battery, you may want to go to display and brightness and change the auto screen off. You can set it to any value available here. You can see if I set it to 15 seconds, after 15 seconds, the screen will turn off. And I'm not a fan of this myself because, well, for me it's annoying, but as I said, there are people that it won't make any difference for, and they can set it to a lower value, and it saves the battery indeed. Now, it's worth disabling vibrations or haptic feedback if you don't care about it in settings as well, in the sound settings, sound and vibration. And now you can find the system, go to haptics, disable system haptics, and you can still like leave vibration for a ringtone if you want, but you can also disable it. But the most important is haptics. Haptics are really cool to touch. If you want to see what haptics really are, you can play this video. It'll, like, when you hold it in your hand, you'll feel how your phone vibrates to give you sort of effects. But if you don't care about it, you can just disable it. Now, also, it's worth restricting your background app activity. If you go to settings, then battery, right? Then if you go to power saving settings, I believe, app battery management, and select an app that in your opinion uses too much battery. Now, to see which apps use battery, you can see it in the battery section right here in the last 24 or last 7 days. So yeah, you can just see that. And if you think that one of the apps here that is not crucial, like System Launcher is crucial because system Google services are crucial. But if there was something like Instagram or whatever, if you don't really need it to use that much battery, then you can go to power saving settings, app battery management, select the app that you'd like to restrict background activity, and it's done. But remember, don't restrict background activity for apps that you need notifications from, because you may not have them delivered on time, if even at all. Now, the last thing, this is an OLED display, which means that displaying black color uses zero power for the display. So you can make your screen fully dark by going to display and brightness, dark mode, and enabling that. You may not like this mode. I do like it, although on camera I think the light mode presents better. But in my own usage of my phones, I always use the dark mode. I prefer it, and it saves power on OLED displays like this one. And that's about it for this video. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info. Today I'm going to tell you how to use the AI grammar and proofreading tool on your OnePlus 15. So, here, first let's open our notes. And let me, for example, open this one. As you can see, here we do have the note. You can't really trust me, actually, but this is a note generated by AI with the grammar mistakes. And as you can see here, we have, I really don't know how to say this, but I just want to say that you are my best friend. Like, seriously, we have been through so much together, etc., etc. This is just a quick note. And to use the grammar tool and proofreading tool on this text, at first we need to select all the text and tap AI Writer. Here, tap Proofread. Now, as you can see, we can either insert this text or replace. We can, as you can see all the changes that are here, and now we can. I really don't know how to say this, but I don't know how to write this, but I just wanted to say that you are my best friend. Like, seriously, we have been through so much. I don't know why this star is here, because there is no star in the original text. But yeah, let's just assume that it was here, and we can tap just replace. And as you can see, it works. That's actually how you use that. There is no other possibility. So that, I mean, you can use like the proofreading. And that's it. How it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video I want to show you how to add AI summary to sidebar. So the AI tool needs permission to read your screen content, and let's enable screen recognition. You want to go to settings, and now let's scroll until you see accessibility and convenience section. From here, let's go to screen recognition and turn it on. So now let's go to any kind of page where you can see a lot of text. For example, I will go with Chrome, and I need to open some kind of article. Let it be this one, for example. And now you want to swipe out the Smart Sidebar. Let's tap Edit button. And here from the list of tools, you want to find AI Summary tool. If you do not see it, you have to use searching bar at the top. Let's type here Summary. Okay, it's called Article Summary. So let's tap plus icon on it to add it to your sidebar. And now let's tap Cancel, tap Done button to save changes. And now we have our AI summary in our sidebar. So you can tap this article summary, and now your phone will scan your page in order to provide you this AI summary. So that's how it works. I really hope that you find this video helpful, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Hey everybody, and welcome. Today I'm going to tell you how to use the AI freestyle writing in your OnePlus 15. So actually, the first thing and the most important one is that at first you have to go to the settings. Scroll all the way down and tap AI. Tap AI Writer and make sure that this option is enabled. Now, when it's enabled, go down and here, for example, let's go to our notes and create new note. Now we have to create a note. So tap on the screen so that you can see this thing. You can select all, for example, and tap AI Writer just to enable the AI Writer. Here, as you can see, tap Write Anything under any writing request. So let's, for example, let's use for example, a note for my social media profile about global warming. Generate. As I can see, let's unite to combat global warming. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a heavier plan for all. Hashtag actually climate action, hashtag sustainability, and hashtag our planet is our future. You can tap insert, and this is our note. You can do every single request like ChatGPT and insert it right here, and you'll have it right after 1 second. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OnePlus 15 and let me share with you how to free up storage without removing apps. So first of all, what I highly recommend to do is to remove the cache. So let's open the settings. Here we have to scroll down and find the apps and go to app management. So right here we've got the list of all apps which are currently installed on this device, and what I highly recommend to do is to go through all of those apps, especially those which you're frequently using, tap on them and remove cache. So go to storage usage, here we've got the cache section and tap on clear cache. Thanks to removing cache for all of those apps will release the quite a lot of memory. Another thing which I highly recommend to do is to find your phone manager. And no worries, this app is provided by your developer, so for sure you've got one. Just open the list of apps and localize phone manager. Let's tap on it. Here we've got here we've got the option called optimize. So even though your system is in a good condition, it is a good idea to simply tap on optimize. Your device will try to, for example, remove different cache, etc. Moreover, here we've got here cleanup storage, and by entering it, you can check the app cleanup, a deep cleanup. So, for example, here we've got different categories connected with photos and videos, because usually the most amount of data, the most amount of memory is occupied by photos and videos. Here, what is also quite underrated, I would say, are duplicated files and large files. So I really highly recommend to go through those categories and remove different files which you do not really use. Another thing which I highly recommend to do, which was not listed in the cleanup section, are the downloads. And let's be honest, usually we are downloading quite a lot of stuff and then we forget about it. And obviously those items are still saved in the downloads. So what you have to do is to open the file manager. You can use the Google provided file manager, you can use the internal one, or any kind of third-party app. For sure, this option will have the downloads, as you can see in the categories here. So just enter the downloads and check all of those files and decide whether you really need them or not. You can remove them here also. And as a last resort, which is also a great option, last but not least, let's say, is the backup. You can use any kind of service, for example, OneDrive, Google Drive, whatever you want to. I will not show you the full operation here, the full option, because we've got a separate video which is long enough to describe all of the details. So I highly recommend to check it. I just wanted to show you the advantages of that option. Obviously, there are many, but I just wanted to focus on two of them. The first one is not only that you will store your photos and videos in a different place, and thanks to it you will secure them, because if for some reason something's wrong with your device, you cannot really open it, or it was stolen or something like that, you will still have the access to your own data, own photos and videos. And the other advantage is that because you will have them saved in a different place, you will be able to remove them from your internal storage. And thanks to it, you will be able to save really a lot of space. And thanks to it, obviously, you will not have to remove the apps. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you cannot access your OnePlus 15 using your device's PIN code. So, if you totally forget your PIN code and you cannot, and you have no idea what it is, then the best solution to this issue would be contacting the OnePlus customer support service and telling them about their issue, asking them for their help, and if you can prove the ownership of your device to them without if you can prove the ownership of your device to them, they'll be able to help you out with this problem and not remove any data from your device, which is why I consider it the best solution to this problem. So if you can prove the ownership of your smartphone using some sort of receipt or e-receipt that you got for your device from the store where you bought it, then surely use this option. But if you cannot use that, you can still regain access to your smartphone by performing a factory reset operation. However, the factory reset operation will erase all data from your device, like files, photos, applications, settings, and everything else. So you're gonna have to set up your device as a new one. But still, if you're interested, there are two ways that you can perform factory reset operation on this phone. The first one is using the recovery mode. If you want to perform this operation to recovery mode, therefore locally on your device, then check out the separate video on our channel explaining how to perform factory reset operation factory reset operation through recovery mode on your OnePlus 15, where we explain everything step by step, so that you can figure it out easily. However, you can also perform factory reset operation remotely, just in case you see this kind of notification when you're trying to turn off your device, which says you can locate this phone with Find My Device even when powered off. In such case, you can use any other device that you have access to open the web browser on it, search for Find Hub, and enter the Find Hub website. It's the Google website, so don't worry about it. On this phone, I have to enter the lock screen password, but on a different device, you would have to provide your Google account data. So the Google account that is linked to this smartphone, just enter the email and the password to your Google account, and then you'll be able to see all the devices that you have linked with this account. Select your OnePlus, and then once you select OnePlus, I'm gonna have to select a different device, tap the gear icon next to this device, and then select factory reset your OnePlus. And once the factory reset operation is performed, so once again you're gonna have to set up your device as a new one, but the access to your smartphone will be regained. Now, the other thing that could have happened to your device is so if you do remember the PIN code to your smartphone, but you cannot access your device using it, then it might be caused by some third-party application or some background activity that is interfering with your lock screen and affecting the way that it behaves. And in such case, you're gonna have to reboot your device into safe mode to get rid of all third-party applications on your smartphone and try it once again. Now, to enter the safe mode, you're gonna have to turn your device off by holding down the power button and volume up key at the same time, or basically by selecting, for example, restart option. Then wait for the OnePlus logo to appear on your screen, and then once it appears on your screen, start holding down the volume down key immediately. For some reason it's not appearing. Okay, so once you see the OnePlus logo on your screen, start holding down the volume down key, and just wait for your phone to boot. It will boot into the safe mode, and you will be able to tell by the indicator in the bottom left corner of your screen. If the indicator didn't appear, try it once again. Eventually you'll figure out how to do that. And once you are in the safe mode, before trying to figure out what kind of application could have caused this kind of behavior, of course, if you can access your device now, before trying to figure out the application, remove your lock screen password by going to settings and navigating to security and privacy section. Here you have to select device unlock, screen lock, enter your password once again, then turn off your password, and then enter your password once again. And now you can safely reboot your device into the normal mode by pressing power button and volume up key at the same time once again, then swiping up for restart. And yeah, that's basically it. So I hope that this video helped you in any way, and if it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video I want to show you how to secure files using Private Safe. So let's go to settings, and you want to go to section security and privacy, and now scroll down to section special features, and from here select Private Safe. If this is your first time, you'll have to set a privacy password. Let's do that. You can do it right here, and then re-enter it once again to confirm it. Then you want to link your privacy password to your account or email address, or you can set a security question as well. I'll go in with question, for example. Also, you can use another question, or you can set your own custom question. And I will use something like this just to show you. Okay, this is my private safe. Additionally, if you want to change your privacy password, you can do that if you tap three-dot button in the top right, select settings, go to privacy password, and here you can use your fingerprint as your privacy password and also face unlock. That's if you want that for quick access. Let's go back to Private Safe, and now how to secure files in the Private Safe. You want to go to any kind of section that you want to set up. Let's say I want to add photo here. And then I would have to tap Add button in the bottom side of my screen. Now from my gallery, I want to select a specific photo that I want to add to my Private Safe. And now I want to press the Set as Private button. And here they are. Additionally, let's try with audio, for example. I'm not sure if I have such audio on my... Okay, so I have such audio. I will select it and then, of course, set as private button. So yeah, that's basically how you can add files to your private save. And now if you want to access hidden files later on, you'll have to go back to settings, then proceed to security and privacy, and eventually go to private save. So this is unfortunately the only way how you can access your files later in your private save. So that's it. I really hope that you find this video helpful, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how to enable the OnePlus AI service engine in your OnePlus 15. So at first, what I do recommend is to go into this settings and scroll down to AI. Actually, no, this is not what I do recommend, this is what you have to do. Tap AI right here and now scroll down to the AI service engine. Here, as you can see, we have AI service engine. Tap this toggle button and now you are good to go. Now, as you can see, we have here algorithm plugin updates. You can manage that, automatically load and update over Wi-Fi, privacy and open source licenses. And that's it, how it helps you, and have a nice day. Goodbye!
Hello, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video let me show you how to improve call quality with AI. So the feature that you're looking for is called Clear Voice, which uses AI to reduce background noise during calls, ensuring the person on the other end hears your voice clearly. So let's go to settings, and you want to find here section sound and vibration. And now let's scroll down until you reach Clear Voice section. So here you can finally turn it on, and after it, when you are in call with someone, your phone will use AI to reduce background noise. So that's it. I really hope that this video helps you, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a OnePlus 15, and let me share with you how to use secret codes on this device. So let's start with opening the dialer and tap on the keypad, as it is the place where we can enter all of those codes. And let me start with the shortest one, which is *#06#. And as you can see, by this code we are provided with both email numbers and EID number. So let's tap on OK, and another code which is also which is quite similar to the previous one. It is *#07#. And here we can check the maximum SAR level for India in my case. Tap on OK, and another code which is *##225#*##. And thanks to this code we can enter the calendar information where we've got all events gathered in one place. We can check some family events, some holidays in your country should also appear right here, or events attached to your mail. However, even though they are here in the categories, you cannot really open them. So you can only check the categories and the amount of events which are assigned to it. Another code is *#6776#. And here we can check the software version. So as you can see, it is a more technical code. So you can check the exact model of this device, the kernel version, branch, build time, etc. Alright, another code is for the engineer mode, and it is *#888#. And here we've got the engineering mode, we've got the PCB number, and we can scan this QR code with another device and check some different details. Another code, technical also, is *#1234#, and here we can simply check the version. in the firmware version, to be exact, to be specific. And the last code is for the feedback menu, and the code is *800#, and give the permissions it needs. And basically here you can report some issues which you meet with your device. So for example, if I've got a problem with my display because I cannot really touch on specific things, you can simply tap on touch screen. You can decide in which category your problem lays in. For example, mistouch. I highly recommend to turn on screen recording, because thanks to it you will be able to catch the whole problem. So tap on always allow, and then tap on start. Of course, here you've got these steps. They will be different for different categories, obviously. And what I highly recommend to do is to simply record the issue and then report it to the developer, and hopefully they will give you some kind of solutions, and you will be able to contribute to the troubleshooting. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm going to show you the ultimate camera guide for year OnePlus 15. So actually, even though here this phone isn't that focused on the photography and videos, we do have very great camera, and we can actually make the camera even better with adjusting the settings. We can even compare this phone to the latest iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max especially. So yeah, I'm very astonished. So we can start by opening the camera application. Tap these three lines and tap settings. Here, as you can see, we have photo, but we can actually we don't really want to edit these settings, because here we don't have actually these settings based on the photography. This is actually just some settings that we can adjust to have the best comfort of taking the photos. But actually here they have only one setting: portrait distortion correction. Remove edge distortion when taking portraits of people. Have it enabled. It's enabled by default, but if you have disabled, enable it right again. So this is about this, but apart from that, here tap formats in the general. If you tap formats, you can see that here they have standard, high resolution, and high efficiency image. Here it's up to your preference actually, between high efficiency image or high resolution, because here they have HIF, which is smaller file size and the good quality, and high efficiency image, a high resolution image is something even better, because here we do have the best settings for the editing and maximum detail. As you can see here, when it features such as motion photo, which is the live photo from the iPhones, retouch and filters, everything. This is the best actually format you can use to take photos. If you scroll further down, you can see high efficiency video. As you can see, record videos in the high efficiency video coding. The format to save space. You may not be able to play these videos or in some applications or on some devices. So actually there is a paid plugin in your Windows PC, and if you pay something around $1 or something like that, you can play these videos on your Windows PC. But if you don't want to pay, you can disable this option actually, or just edit your photos or videos on applications that are compatible with that. Now we can go back and tap preserve settings. As you can see, we have a lot of cool things here, and you can enable auto macro. Keep the auto macro setting used last time. So this is just like keeping these settings that was previously done by you in this device. So you can, as you can see, enable everything from here, but the basic one I do recommend, of course, these basic ones that are preset by the system. As for the pro settings, these are more actually important, because here, as I can see, we have photo formats. Keep the photo format setting for master mode that was used last time. You can have it enabled, and the same as with the metering. Now we can go back, and here, apart from that, we can go to watermark. And what I do recommend is to have the photo watermark disabled, because as you can see, when it's enabled, you do have just this OnePlus things, OnePlus watermark, that you have taken your picture on the OnePlus. So I don't really think that that's nice. I like doing my own watermarks, and yeah, with my, for example, own logo. Here, if you scroll down, it's not actually that important, but if you tap here photo capture, you can tap still photo or motion photo. Still photo takes less space in your device, and it's just without this video that is taken 1 second before and 1 second after, and you don't have just this capture the moment thing, so you can just have the still photo set here. Bitrate, tap bitrate and tap high quality to have the highest quality of video. It may increase image quality while consuming more storage. This supports video recording in both normal and pro video mode. You can tap cancel here and have it in high quality. Now you can tap adaptive frame rate. Here for 30 and 60 fps videos, have it enabled, because here automatically reduces the frame rate in low or bright to ensure the video quality. So I do have it enabled, and I recommend having it enabled. And here you do have something called lock lens and lock white balance. So if you are, for example, a vlogger or something like that, or just want to take videos of yourself, the camera may just switch lenses and it looks bad. Honestly, it looks bad in my opinion. And if you don't really want to have the lens locked, just have, you want to have your lens locked, enable this option, then your lens won't be switching, so the quality in some frames may be worse. If you're, for example, want to show something in the macro mode, like as you can see here, to have only one lens and it's just autofocus, but this is not the same. Here they have different lenses and it may just switch or something like that, so you can have it enabled when you are a vlogger. Here I don't recommend to have the lock white balance enabled, because white balance and automatically adjusted white balance is very important, so have this option disabled. Now we can move further and further. Here you do have something called quick launch and smart status. This is your actually own preference to have it enabled or disabled, and that's it for the settings right here. Apart from that, here in the photo itself, we do have a lot of cool features. For example, here they have this EV, which is the white balance and exposure. You can adjust it up to yourselves, but if you, for example, want to take the photos, like for example, landscapes or something like that, what I do recommend is to have it something around -0.3, because it prevents the sky blowout. As you can see here, they have the automatic, in this one they have automatic white balance, but if you want to set it by yourself, this is the way you should go. Apart from that, smart scenes. Here they have, as you can see, smart scenes, and these are just the pre-made presets of the image. I don't really recommend to have it set. Apart from that, here, if you tap on these three lines again, you can see the 1:1, 4.3, 16.9 widescreen full. The best format to take photo is 4.3, because it's in the every device, and it's, as you can see, just almost a square, and it just looks very nice. If you do have 16.9, it's just, as you can see, bigger, and it's more difficult when you have your hand, for example, like this, to see what is here. And it's just less, compatible with, for example, showing your photos somewhere or something like that. The 4.3 is best format for social media, for example, so I do recommend 4.3. Here they have something called internal shooting, and if you enable that, you can shoot numerous number of the photos in at once, so have it disabled. Or if you just want to, for example, capture a moment of something, or somebody jumps and you want to take 100 photos in one place, you can have it enabled. Apart from that, here they have something called auto HDR. Auto HDR is useful, so have it enabled. As you can see here, they have some options. Apart from that, for example, lighting. Here, as you can see, what I do recommend to have the best photo is to have it disabled also, because the manual settings are better. Here they have filters. You can set them after editing the. After taking the image, when you are editing it. So I don't really recommend that. And have the retouch disabled, because these aren't that natural, and you can of course edit the photo right after taking it. Here, apart from that, if you want to take a very beautiful photo, go here to the more, and as you can see here, they have something called high res. Tap high res. Here, best for natural scenery and for not moving objects with your 50 main sensor megapixel camera. These photos taken right here are just the most beautiful ones. And let me, for example, take quickly a photo of my flower. This flower right here. This is a photo I took right now, and these are the natural settings, the default ones that I, for example, set earlier. And yeah, this is this photo, 50 megapixel camera, as you can see. Here, if you tap more, you do have something called long exposure, but that's not about this. But apart from that, here, if you do want to take photos or videos at night, tap night mode. Sometimes it just turns on automatically, but it's really the best option to enable it by yourself. And now if you lift up your device and, for example, turn off the lights, you can see that here they have time, this time of the exposure, and yeah, just click and keep your device steady. Sometimes the night mode can be automatic dark mode. Night mode, pardon me. Automatic night mode can be just broken, so I do recommend to have the night mode enabled by yourself. And actually, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave a like under our video. It's very important to have your feedback, so please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Goodbye. Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I am going to tell you how you can easily create the mind map using your AI, using your note. To do so on our OnePlus 15, we have to go to the settings, pardon me, not settings. We have to go to our notes and go to our note. Let it be this one. This is the note that I have used in the previous video about rewriting text automatically using the AI templates. If you want to, you can check it out on our channel. It's here. But let's focus on this. How to create the AI mind map. At first, select all text and tap AI Writer. Here, now we do have AI Writer, and we have to tap mind map at the bottom of your screen. Now we can tap export, for example, as image, view, and now open with photos. We do have here our mind map. How to reset your Amazfit Band 2. Before you begin, battery requirement: ensure your Band 2 has at least 50% battery life, and charge the device if battery is below 50. Resetting your Amazfit Band 2. Wake up the band. Tap the screen to wake up. This is the tutorial, so the mind map is useless here, but yes, it is here. But before the mind map process, before generating this, we have to go to the settings and enable the AI Write. So go to the AI right here and tap AI Writer. Make sure that this is enabled. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info. Today I'm going to tell you how to update AI algorithm plugin in your OnePlus 15. So actually, at first we need to go to the settings, and now we have to scroll all the way down. Tap System and Update, and now we have to tap Software Update. Here, as you can see, we do have version update. Here, if you do have any update, you'll have the information what the update is about. If you do have here AI algorithm, you can update it just from here. If you don't have any updates, you don't have the updates and you can't update the AI algorithm plugin. Of course, you have to remember that you have to be connected to the internet to check for the updates. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video I will explain you what is quick launch and how to use it. So quick launch is one of the most useful and iconic productivity features on your OnePlus 15 phone. It is basically designed to give you instant access to your applications or for some kind of features immediately after unlocking your phone using the fingerprint sensor. So first of all, let's enable it. Let's set it up. Let's go to settings, and you want to go to section security and privacy. From here, find device unlock, and now let's go to fingerprint unlock section. Tap on fingerprint, and here you want to find quick launch option. Let's go here, and please make sure that it's on. So let me first of all show you how it works. So when your phone is locked, you want to use your finger on this fingerprint sensor, and please do not lift your finger until you see this menu. So if you wanted to simply unblock your phone, you would just do this. And what we want to keep your finger a little bit longer. And let me open my weather application. So this is the principle for using quick launch. So now let's customize it and add some another applications or another options and other features. So let's tap edit button, and here you can see that it is divided into section functions and applications. So here, as you can see, there are plenty of them. So it is very customizable. You can adjust what is up to you. Also, let's go to applications, and here you will see all the applications in the alphabetical order. So if you want to delete any kind of function or application from this list, you want to tap on minus, and in order to edit, to add any application or function, you want to simply tap on it. Additionally, you can reorder those applications and functions. And now when you're done, you have to tap done button in the top right to save changes. And now let's do that once again. So I will unlock my phone, hold my finger a little bit longer, and let's go to any kind of application. So this is basically all about quick launch on your OnePlus 15. I really hope that you find this video helpful, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video I am going to tell you how you can easily use the AI voice, clear voice on your OnePlus 15. The first thing we're gonna do is to open settings. Now go here to AI and tap it. Here we have to tap the AI voice scribe and enable it. Now, when it's enabled, we can go back and record some voice memo. Let me just quickly record something. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can easily use the AI clear voice on your OnePlus 15. So let's get started. This is our voice memo, and now we can tap this button, this button here to enable the AI clear voice on. And first, let me show you the normal version without the AI clear voice, and the next thing I will show you the AI voice on.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can easily use the AI Clear voice on your OnePlus 15. So let's get started.
This was with the without the AI Clear voice. Now let me show you with.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can easily use the AI Clear voice on your OnePlus 15. So let's get started.
As you could see, the difference is quite noticeable. Maybe not that very well noticeable, but it is noticeable, and you have to say it. I don't know how did my microphone did, but like in real life, the difference is noticeable actually. And actually that's it, how it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video I want to show you how to add AI speak to sidebar. So let's open, of course, the sidebar by swiping out from the right side of your screen, and now let's tap Edit button. Now from the list of tools section you want to find AI speak feature, and in order to add it to your sidebar, all you have to do is tap this plus icon on it. If you do not see it under the tools section, you'll have to use searching bar at the top. You have to type AI speak and add to your sidebar it as well. And of course tap done button to save any changes. So that's how you add AI speak to your sidebar. I really hope that you find this video helpful, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this. Hello, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video let me show you how to add AI mode button to search bar. So let's open Google application, and you want to go to your profile picture in the top right corner of your screen. Now let's tap settings, and in your settings you want to find section customize search widget. So to add AI mode button to your search bar, you need to go to shortcuts. Let's tap here, and finally here from the list of shortcuts you want to select AI mode. As you can see, it appears right here. And let's go back simply, and as you can see, here is my AI mode button on my searching bar. So that's how it works. I really hope that you find this video helpful, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Welcome. In this video I will show you what to do if the face recognition scanner on your OnePlus 15 isn't recognizing your face properly. To solve this issue, let's set up a new face model on your device, and let's try to do it better this time. So unlock your device, go to settings, navigate down to security and privacy menu, settings, then open it, then scroll down to device unlock. Here you'll find face and fingerprint unlock. Go right here. If you have any face models enrolled on your phone, then go into face menu and remove them beforehand. And now what you have to do is make sure that the frontal camera of your device is clean and smooth. To make sure of that, wipe it carefully with the microfiber cloth, or just with a dry towel if you don't have access to microfiber cloth, if you don't have it around. Be careful, and also make sure that the lights in your room are set up, are adjusted properly, so that they are facing you and not your device's frontal camera, as this will result in your face being blurry on the image. And also make sure that your face isn't too bright when you look at it in the camera. Once you're ready, select face, agree, then enter your password, and now face your frontal camera to yourself, tap Add Now, then look directly at the camera and keep your face in the circle. And once you're done, tap Done. And before we move on, let's go back to Settings and let's go to System and Update menu in Settings. In System and Update, select Software Update. Make sure that your device is connected to the internet and make sure that your device uses the latest system version or the latest software version. And if you don't have updates prepared for you on your phone, then before you continue, install them and let your phone restart. If you don't have any updates, then restart your phone manually by pressing power button and volume up key at the same time. Then swipe up for restart and wait until your phone is restarted. Once your phone is restarted, use your password to unlock the phone. It's the system requirement. And give your phone a couple of seconds just to start up. Then let's lock the device and let's try to unlock it using our face. Okay, it works seamlessly for the first time. Almost seamlessly for the second attempt. And as you can see, everything works smoothly for me, and I hope that it does for you too. And if this video helped you in any way, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello, in this video I'm gonna tell you how to fix your fast charging not working on your OnePlus 15. Okay, so if you'd like to fix your fast charging not working, there are a few things. At first, the most important part is to check whether your charger is compatible with fast charging. Also, you should check for damage, because damage may slow down the charging. So look at the charger and the cable. First, we'll focus on the cable. So of course, the damage, it's an Apple charger. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's from a genuine brand, it should be just fine. And here, there should be output. It says output here, and it's important that the output of the charger is enough watts to be considered fast charging. Now, I'll quickly tell you what the fast charging on this phone is. So on this phone, the fast charging speeds go up to 120 watts. That's quite a lot. And by the way, the battery is quite big, so that's great that the charging is really fast. On this charger from a MacBook, it says that the maximum output is 20.3 volts at 3 amperes, which translates to, you just need to multiply it, volts by amperes, so it's going to be about 60 something watts. I think like 61, yeah, 61 watts. And 61 watts is about half the speed of the maximum speed of this phone's charging, but it is considered fast charging. I think that everything above like 30 watts is considered fast charging, so that is worth keeping in mind. Also, the cable. Most cables should be fine as long as they are from a genuine brand and they weren't bought on like some cheap Chinese AliExpress or whatever. They should have everything fine. But now a few important things. Cables. Some cables do say on the cable itself, it says it's like, for example, 100-watt cable, and that's great. It tells you it exactly, but most cables don't say that. So if your cable doesn't say that, you just need to see if it works. Maybe try a different cable with your charger. Also check for visible damage, and that should be just fine. Now also make sure that your charging port is clean. If it's not, then your charging won't be fast. Your charging port needs to be clean, and I'd highly recommend cleaning it sometimes using a non-metallic tool. So a soft brush is fine. Soft brush is actually the best thing that you could use for your charging port. Just swipe it around. You can also use like a used or a new toothbrush that you won't use to clean the port. It's also worth like looking in the light if there's some dust visible, and that should help you for sure. Now, you may also want to clean the debris. It's great to get the isopropyl alcohol, which doesn't conduct electricity, so you can use it for your phone. It's safe to clean your phone with it, so you can get the IPA and the soft brush and clean it like that. Just spray it into the port and it should be just fine. Now also, let's make sure that fast charging is enabled. So go to settings, go to battery, and now go to charging settings. Now, you may want to enable smart rapid charging, but for that, you would need to have the OnePlus charger. I mean, technically, most chargers will work, but the OnePlus charger, the original one, will give you the highest speeds. Now, it's also worth testing with another fast charger or another outlet, and it's worth updating your software to fix any possible bugs. To fix bugs with an update, go to System and Update in Settings, go to the software update, and now it's gonna start checking for available updates. And if there is one, it is really worth installing it so it fixes the issues. Maybe there is just a software issue. And I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm going to tell you how you can easily use the AI recording options in your OnePlus 15. So actually we do have two different applications for that. But at first let's open settings and scroll down to the AI. Tap AI and tap AI Translate. Select your preferred voice speed, voice, and here now you can go back and enable the voice scribe. If you have the voice scribe enabled, we can record a sound now. Hello guys, today we are recording the OnePlus 15 phone, and we are making a video about the AI recording options, about translating and transcribing audio using the AI services in this device. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Let's, for example, assume that it was our aim, and now if you enter this recording, we have to tap transcribe. Here, as you can see, we have hello guys, today we're recording the OnePlus 15 phone and we are making a video about the AI recording options, about translating and transcribing audio using the AI services in this device. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. It works. This is the first thing that I wanted to show you, the transcribing audio. But what about translating? Let's open the application called Translate. Now, here as you can see, conversation. Tap the microphone at the bottom and start speaking. Cześć, nazywam się Kamil. Okay, here I do have the simplified training set, don't worry. I need to set a different language, for example, Polish. And for example, I speak Polish as my second language, so we can easily do so. Cześć, nazywam się Kamil. As you can see, it works. Hello, my name is Kamil. Camille. Actually, as you can see, not Camille, but this is almost the same. As you can see, that's how it works in the conversation mode. If we, for example, go back and tap live, we can easily, as you can see, translate our text to some other language. But here we have different language sets, so let me just quickly pause it and change this simplified Chinese to, for example, Russian, maybe not Russian, Indonesian, or maybe Vietnamese, and tap done. Here, now I will be talking in English and translate it to Vietnamese. As you can see, that's how it works. Thank you guys for watching, and this will be all for this video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Goodbye. Hi guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm gonna show you the best 10 tips and tricks for your OnePlus 15. The first and the best is the plus key. It's an alternative for the action button in iPhones. As you can see, your plus button is here, plus key is here. As you can see, it works exactly like the action button, but maybe more modern, something like that. Wait, you can click it over here, and actually you can launch the Smart AI, silent, vibrate, and ring. Open any application in your smartphone, turn on flashlight, and start the voice recording. So actually it's very useful. At first you have to go to the settings and tap plus key. As you can see here, you do have every single bind you can add to this button. Plus to mind space on vibration, do not disturb, camera, torch, flashlight, recorder, and translate and screenshot. As you can see, it's very useful. I'll leave it as, for example, torch. So now, apart from that, we do have plus mind, and plus mind is actually very useful, and we can use this plus key to use it, and this is the best way to use it. Let's add, for example, here to plus mind space, and as you can see, double tap to open mind space, touch and hold to save in audio, and tap to recognize and save screen content. Here, if I click, we do screenshot, and it analyzes, and it will be added to our mind space and analyzed what's on the screen. It's very useful actually, and I do recommend that. Apart from that, here in this phone we do have something which is called the file dock. It's over here, and file dock is nothing but a temporary file folder, clipboard, where you can just throw files, text, everything here, and copy it to every other application. But it's temporary, and it will be deleted, for example, after some time. Apart from that, here we do have in this phone, it's not like software one, but it's very, very nice. Here we have ultra low brightness mode, 0.5 nits. So actually it's very, very nice. And Oxygenalose, shockingly, allows us to use the low brightness level using the reduced light point, and combined with the enhanced dark mode, nights can be just incredibly comfortable because the brightness level is incredibly low. 0.5 nits is very, very low actually. I can't really believe it that it's true. Apart from that, here in this phone we do have 3 dark style modes. At first, open settings, and here go straight to the display and brightness right here. Here, at first, enable dark mode and tap dark mode settings. As you can see here, we do have 3 styles: enhanced, medium, and gentle. Gentle is more grayish, medium is between enhanced and gentle, enhanced is the darkest you can get on this phone. Apart from that, here we do have the improved eye comfort, which, as you can see, if we go back and scroll a little bit down, is here. We do have eye care. And with PWM and DC light dimming settings, we can set every single thing for our eyes. And for example, for users sensitive to display flicker, OxygenOS has special dimming modes. Here, in eye care comfort options, we do have here the eye comfort reminders, display effects. Here, as you can see, we do have the eye protection and colors, and actually the blue light, everything about the blue light emission. And as you can see here, if we do scroll further down, we do have screen attention. Keep your screen on while looking at it. It's very useful actually to manage all these options. And so that's it for the display. Apart from that, here we do have something called floating apps, and with Smart Sidebar we can enable the floating apps in our phone. Let's do something like this and tap on the application. As you can see, it's floating, and we can use the background and our application. It's actually very useful, and I'm in love with this feature because I don't have this on my iPhone, and I should have this on my iPhone because I love this feature. Apart from that, here we have quick launch from under display fingerprint. If we go to the settings, and straight from here, tap search and search for quick launch. But quick. Here, accelerating as quick launch. As you can see, if we enable that and tap our fingerprint, we can easily, after unlocking our phone, open some payment applications, camera modes, note, flashlight, or QR code scanner. Apart from that, in this phone, we do have the very nice camera and Pro XDR. We can turn on the master mode for boost color science, use the Pro mode with RAW Plus for editing, and enable the Pro XDR in the gallery for brighter dynamic range. Apart from that, like in every other phone, we do have the AI eraser, but this is not the top trick actually. Apart from that, here we do have something called the RAM booster and auto app freezing for more speed and performance. At first, go here to the settings and scroll all the way down to the system and update. Now, pardon me, it wasn't here. We have to go back and tap about device and tap here on the RAM. Enable RAM expansion, and here turn it up to 12 gigabytes. And actually that's it for this video. Have a nice day and goodbye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you cannot access your OnePlus 15 using your lock screen pattern. In case you forgot the lock screen pattern to your OnePlus, the best solution would be reaching out to OnePlus customer support service and telling them about this issue, as they will be able to help you regain access to your smartphone without losing any data. But you're gonna have to prove the ownership of this device to them by, for example, showing them a receipt from the store about this phone, maybe an e-receipt, maybe a box card from this phone, or anything else. But if you cannot use this method, you can still regain access to your smartphone yourself, and you have two options to do so. The first one is the factory reset operation through the recovery mode. Now the factory reset operation will erase all data from your device, and this includes your photos, your files, your applications, and everything else. So if your data aren't backed up, consider the first option instead. Now, still, the factory reset operation will let you regain access to everything on your smartphone. So if you're interested in performing this factory reset operation locally on your smartphone, I highly recommend checking out the full tutorial on our channel on how to perform factory reset operation on OnePlus 15 through recovery mode, and we'll explain everything step by step for you. So yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and check this video out. And if you want to, you can also perform this operation remotely on using any other device that you have around, and you have access to it, and this device also has access to the internet, in such case you can just open your web browser on this device, then open the Find Hub website. This is the official Google website, so don't worry. Open this website, and yeah, one thing I didn't mention, this feature will work if you see something like this, if you're when you're trying to turn your device off. So you can locate this phone with Find My Device even when powered up, and this means that the Find Hub is enabled on your smartphone, and in such case log into the Find Hub on the Find Hub website using your Google account that is linked to this phone. Then you're not gonna have to enter your password, don't worry. Then select your device from the list, and somewhere here you'll have factory reset this device option, or if you don't see it here, then tap on the gear icon that should also be located somewhere here. Basically, I can just select any other device and you will see it for yourself. So here we can have this gear icon, and if I tap on it, I will see this option. So once you select this option, your device will proceed to perform the factory reset operation, and after factory reset operation you will be able to set up your smartphone as a new one. And that's the solution. But in case you do remember your lock screen pattern, but you cannot access your device using it this time, this might be because of some third-party application or background activity affecting that your lock screen behaves. And in such case, you're gonna have to restart your device into safe mode and try to access your device once again. Now, in order to access the safe mode, you're gonna have to press and hold power button and volume up key until the screen of your device goes off. And once it goes off, stop holding both of these keys, and then once you see the logo, OnePlus logo on the screen, immediately start holding the volume down button, and then keep holding it until your device boots up into the safe mode. If once your device boots up into the safe mode, you will see this indicator in the bottom left corner of your screen. If you don't see this indicator, that probably means that you did something wrong, so you should try again. Now, once you are in a safe mode, try entering your lock screen pattern, and just in case you succeed, before trying to figure out which kind of application could have caused this, go to Settings, go to Security and Privacy, and then navigate to Device Unlock, then go to Screen Unlock, confirm this action with your password once again, and select Turn Off Password. For some reason, we have to enter the password once again. And now, in order to reboot your device normally, you just have to press and hold the power button and volume up key at the same time, and then swipe up for restart. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I do have the OnePlus 15, and I'm going to show you the top 10 settings to change first when setting up your device. So actually, after setting your device, the best first settings to change is as you can see in the display and brightness. So let me go to the display and brightness over here, and if you scroll down, there it is, screen refresh rate. Set it to high. Actually, you can set the auto select, which automatically is the optimal refresh rate for a device to bring a continuous smooth experience and conserve the battery power. But as you can see here, we do have high. This is a refresh rate up to 165 Hz, which is unusually not common on the phones. And as you can see, you can set it to high for a moment to feel the smoothness on your device. So you can set either outside or high. Now we can go back and go back. Here you can go to the battery. So here in the battery, you can scroll down further and further to the charging settings. Enable the smart rapid charging and enable the quiet charging over here, but it should be automatically turned on. And as you can see, these two options should help you. The first one is when you charge your device faster. You can charge your device faster when you are using original and genuine power adapter and the cable. Of course, the device may get warmer during the charging, but that's not really the case. The most important thing is that you'll have the faster charging. It doesn't really impact the battery. It was tested and there was research about this topic. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that you'll have your battery quickly charged. Apart from that, here in the wireless charging, we have the quiet charging, and it's about when the wireless charger runs at low power level to minimize the noise. You can actually set it to the bedtime, always, or custom. So your device learns your sleep pattern, so it can automatically set a lower charging rate when you go to bed, custom or always. And that's it for the battery. Now we can move to the plus key. Tap plus key, and here, as you can see, this is this button right here. And we can start with the mind space. The mind space is a thing that is AI, of course, and this is your own space that just recognize something which is on the screen. You can save your notes here and just do everything that you want. But about the plus key, you can set every single thing that you just want from this list over here to set using this button. You can set it to no action if you don't really like that. But here you have, as you can see, screenshot, translate, so you can just open the translate application, record a voice memo, enable the flashlight, turn on the camera, turn on the no disturb mode, press and hold switch to device ring, prepare tile mode, and this this mind space. You can set it by tapping the set button at the bottom of your screen. And now if we do the press and hold as it was said, we can enable or disable the option. Now when we go back, we can move to the next function, which is placed in the system and update. Here, tap system navigation, and now here, if we go up, the default value that's set is buttons. And of course, they are classic. They are very, very nice for those who don't really use the phone that much. But if you want to be more modern and if you want to have more speed on the screen and navigate faster, of course, it needs some learning. We can tap gestures over here. Here I do have disabled, but you can tap learn gestures here. And now here, as you can see, you can have the tutorial. Swipe it from the left to go back, swipe from the right to go back. Here you will have back to home screen. You can tap and try it out, view recent tasks, switch between recently opened tabs. And that's how it works. Gestures are just more modern and fresher. Apart from that, we can go back to display and brightness in our device, which is here, and scroll down to the screen color mode. As you can see here, they have three options. Standard, which is this one. Natural, which is more actually toned colors. Less toned colors. This is more natural. And bright, vivid. Here, vivid, as you can see, it's just like the most careful one that you may just have heard. I personally prefer natural or standard, but if you want to use vivid, use vivid without any hesitation. It doesn't really matter it doesn't really bother the battery. It's just your own opinion. Here we can now exit the settings application for now, and let's teach you something. You don't really have to hide your application in the app drawer and in the folders or something like that. If you want to hide any application in your phone from others, or just, for example, lock it, like for example in the fingerprint on the password, like only for other Android phones or on the iPhones, you can just hold the application and tap App Lock. Here, as you can see, we have to access locked or hidden applications. You'll need to enter your privacy password. Hidden applications will no longer appear on the home screen, notifications, or in recent tasks. Here we have two options, lock and hide. If we tap lock, we can tap settings to enter the privacy password. We can set, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't recommend using these passwords, but for the video purposes, we can set it. And now here, as you can see, we can set the recovery email and question. And if we set this both informations, we can both, as you can see, lock and hide the application. And actually, that's it for about hiding your applications, especially if you do share your phone much. Apart from that, we can go to the settings and scroll all the way down to the to the About Device section. Now, if you scroll further, you can find RAM. Tap it, and now here, as you can see, we have the RAM expansion. When the storage space is sufficient, you can use some of it to expand your RAM. The available storage space will be reduced accordingly. So, actually, enable this option and set it to 12 gigabytes. 12 gigabytes is the maximum limit of expanding your RAM, and you can get smoother multitasking by letting the system optimize RAM intelligently. So actually, I really recommend using this option. Now we can go back and go back again. Here we should find the accessibility and convenience, and now here, as you can see, we do have something called this Smart Sidebar. If we tap it, this is this smart bar over here. By default, this option is disabled, so tap it and enable that. As I can see here, they have a lot of options. For example, floating bar. I'll just the location. Where was it? I'll just location, size, and auto hide settings for the floating bar. Tap it, and now we can set it to auto hide so that now we don't see it or don't hide, and it's not hidden. We can adjust the size, like as you can see, the length, transparency, and up and down, left and right, and restore the default settings. Here, apart from that, we do have something called file dock, which is very, very useful, and I do recommend having this option enabled, because file dock is nothing else like the, for example, clipboard. So here, now let's leave the file dock enabled. And now if you do enter, for example, some website, for example, let me search for the Winter Labubu wallpaper and tap all, we can find some text. For example, let me copy this text from here. If we select here this text, we can tap copy, or hold it once again, hold it with our finger and save to file dock. Now, as you can see, we have this tutorial, but that's not about here. Now we can go to the other application, other everything else, expand it, and drag the text here. That's how it works, and it's very, very nice and useful because it works like with the multi devices. For example, you can have two OnePlus devices where you are logged into the same OnePlus account, and here in the we can use the same one file log for two devices, which is very, very useful. And the Smart Sidebar itself, as you can see, is a bar where you do have the applications. You can just use some actions or applications. So very, very useful. Apart from that, we can go to the sound and vibration here. And now here, tap the vibration density. Adjust the haptics up to your own needs, and adjust the message notifications haptics up to your own needs. This is very important, but because when I first touched this phone, I couldn't feel these haptics, and it's very important to set it up to your own needs. Apart from that, you can tap haptics here and enable system haptics. We can set the haptic intensity here and tap to gentle to, for example, more crisp. I personally like the crisp thing more. And now the final thing for you is the enhanced Wi-Fi. Here, if we go to the Wi-Fi, we can see here these 3 dots. We can tap more settings, and here, as you can see, we have all the Wi-Fi. If we enable all the Wi-Fi, you can enable automatically turn on Wi-Fi when you're near a previously connected Wi-Fi network. It's very, very nice actually to have it enabled. And apart from that, here you do have something called dual true network acceleration, which is to use Wi-Fi and mobile data at the same time for a faster internet connection, and dual Wi-Fi acceleration where you can connect to 2 Wi-Fi networks at the same time for a faster internet connection. It's really seen in the phones, and it's very, very useful option. So leave it enabled. We can leave the auto connect to the best Wi-Fi too. And actually, that is for this video. If you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave a like under our video. It's very important to us to have your feedback. So if you really liked this video and if it was useful for you, please sure like and subscribe. And as I said, that's it. Hope it helps you and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Welcome. In front of me is a OnePlus 15, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and the tricks you can do on this device. So, let's get started by opening up our settings, and we're gonna just begin from the very top, though maybe not from the first option, but from home screen, lock screen, and style. This is a general section where you can customize the look and feel of your device, though not entirely. There is some missing, which I will be talking about in a moment after this one. But at the very top, the first here option that you can see is basically themes. So there's a couple that are already loaded up here. You can choose whatever one you want, but you can also scroll down and you'll find just a section where you can create your own by changing things like wallpapers, icon packs. Now, if you have installed additional icon packs, they should show up right here. You can obviously also mess around with the ones that are already included with the device. And some of them will also give you some more, some less options visible here for even further customization of the icons. So you can mess around with those. And additionally, we also have fonts in here. There's again a couple that come included, and I believe if you download more they should show up here, but I have never actually attempted to download fonts, so I have actually no clue. So I'm just gonna move on. And moving on to the more, which includes things like colors. Colors, which are, for instance, ones like these ones right here, the accent ones, and you can have the default one. You can choose from a list of just random colors. I do want to point out, sometimes when you select one of those options, it will, if I go back, it will make every color of these icons the same, which just looks a little bit bland, to be completely honest with you. Same thing goes with the things like right here. So something to just keep in mind. Additionally, you can also have these colors be set by the wallpaper that you're using. And wow, if you have ever seen a more men-focused colors here, holy shit, they're all like gray. Not that I have any problem here, but it would be nice to have a little bit more options here. Now, they are based on the wallpaper, which is a default wallpaper of the phone. No, never mind. I lied. It's not a default wallpaper. So this is a mountain, which I guess consists of black, white, and blue. Or gray. In any case, not too much colors visible right here, so that's why these options here are so underwhelming. But still, if you choose one of those options in there and you change the wallpaper, it will also change what colors it's picking. So you don't have to go back here and every time change or like readjust this. It's gonna stay, for instance, at the second option or whatever, right? It's gonna pick whatever you chose right here. It's these all have different ways of picking colors right here. So even when you change the wallpaper, it will have the same kind of way of picking colors from a wallpaper, and these differ. And based on whichever one you selected, maybe fresh, it's gonna stay with fresh. Just fresh will change. Actually, going back, not here. We have additional things like fingerprint animation, edge lighting, and texture blur. Now, fingerprint animation, I do want to talk about here. We have several different options to choose from. So we have nice explosion, we have the sling ring from Marvel, and we have none. Now, I do want to point out the none. If you're looking for an option that isn't going to be straight up just blinding you, flashbanging you at night, if you try to, unlock your device and you just miss the fingerprint by like a little bit, and now we have a searing 3000 nits blasted straight in your face. Selecting none won't help you. The way this works is it's blasting that light on your finger to see the finger. So the only device that, as far as I can tell, doesn't do that are Samsung's, because they use sonic one. So they basically use like a sound to define your fingerprint rather than a light and trying to see the finger. So no matter what you select here, if you miss that fingerprint sensor by a little bit, you're still gonna get flashbanged. Now anyway, moving on, and we can move on to display and brightness, and here we have light and dark mode at the very top. Moving on, we have the dark mode settings, and we have a couple interesting options here. So we have enhanced, medium, and wait, what the hell is this? This is actually the first time I'm seeing this option. So dark mode for third-party apps allows us to apply dark. I'm pretty sure applications usually apply a system-wide, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the definition right here is what apps already do. So not sure why this is here. In any case, so this doesn't really seem to change much. Colors may not be displayed correctly when your screen brightness is low. Cool. There we go. That's what I was looking for, actually. Schedule. It's actually was labeled correctly. Just my brain might be a little bit smoother than usual. Anyway, we're gonna turn that on. And in here we have the two options: sunset to sunrise and the custom one. This basically allows you to set so your device switches from light to dark mode automatically, so you don't need to do that yourself. And if you use both of these modes, you probably already know that light mode might be a little bit better during the daytime, especially like in summer where you have, stupid amount of sunlight. So yeah, at that point, light mode is a little bit easier to see in that direct sunlight. And dark mode will be nice to your eyes when you're trying to use the phone at night. So again, you don't get flashbanged by your own device. So this might be an interesting option for you to choose from. Now, I do want to point out that right now it's winter, and sunset to sunrise, it's 4:44 p.m. I'm in a box, and that doesn't really change the fact that right now outside is dark as shit. Sunset to sunrise. The sun already set. It's time for you to change to dark mode, but it's not. And it's not going to do that till like 10 p.m. So it doesn't really take in consideration the fact that sun sets at different times depending on time of year. So something to keep in mind, you might be better off with the custom one if you want to accommodate for, sun setting at 4 p.m. and it already being down for about 45 minutes, if not more. So in this case, you would select just a different option. Now scrolling further down, we have screen color mode. And here we have three different options. We have standard, natural, and vivid. Now, you can select each one of them, and I recommend paying attention to this image right here of the balloon. And probably, and this is just a guess, probably paying attention primarily to red colors. Okay, there is a difference in the color, or general, like white. It's a little bit warmer with the natural. Now vivid, boom, okay, there we go. And so you can see the biggest difference is in the red and orange tones. So vivid basically tries to boost up the colors of your display to make them look a little bit vibrant. This is actually usually what you would have selected by default, unless companies finally decided to shift from stupid oversaturated images to more natural, as the market is shifting more towards color accurate content. So this might be why standard is selected by default, I think, here. But anyway, you can select whichever option you want. If you like these vibrant colors, you can stick with vivid. It's completely up to you. And furthermore, I'm just gonna change it back to standard though. We can scroll down, and you also have the screen color temperature. This defines the color of white. Now, that sounds a little bit confusing considering white is a color, right? But you can basically make it have a specific tint. So depending on which one you choose, hopefully, I mean, you can see this changing right now on the camera. I hope so, at least. So you can see by me just changing this, we do have quite a difference in how the white actually appears here. Now you also have the pre-made ones. So default smack in the middle, it tries to be as close to white as it can. But we also have the warm, which caters more towards yellowish, orangish tones, while cold goes to blue. And honestly, this is just whichever option you prefer. You can select it here. And additionally, while also talking about this, we have adaptive tones. When you enable this option, it will try to adapt these tones based on the lighting that you have around you. Meaning, for instance, like the artificial lights. Or not even. Sunlight will also matter. And at that point, the phone will use the camera to see what kind of warmth of the color you have right here, or lack thereof, and it will match that to the display. Now, because this is enabled and it's now doing this automatically, if we go back to screen color mode, you can see that the mode right here is completely disabled for us. I can no longer move it around. I can no longer change it to warm or cold, because this wheel right now, the color on it is being picked automatically by this option right over here. Now scrolling further down, we have a couple of video enhancing options. So we have the image sharpener, and this will try to use the phone's processor to upscale, if you can even call that upscaling, to make the image look a little bit sharper and higher resolution than it actually is. You can enable this. Just keep in mind when you're going to be using this feature, not when it's enabled. It can be enabled but not be used, obviously. It's being used when you're, I believe, watching content either to like a video application, maybe Photos app. It will try to do that. So when it's being used to improve the sharpness of an image, it will consume more of your phone's battery because it's using the processor to do that, meaning it puts a little bit more effort on going through this kind of content. Now going back, we also have the video color boost. Now this is a weird way to describe this. It's basically a fake HDR. I don't know why it's called video color boost. It's more like video brightness boost, more like. So in reality, what this caters to is converting a standard dynamic range to high dynamic range. Now again, just like the sharpener, it will use your phone's battery more when it's being used for instance, playing back movies that never supported HDR. So it will then take that standard dynamic range movie and try to give it their own spin on it to make it look like it was HDR. Keep in mind, that doesn't mean that the video is now HDR. It just means that your phone is working overtime to try to convince you that it's close enough to it. So some things obviously might not look correct. The brightness won't be anything like an actual high dynamic range video, and it's just a imitation of it, more like, probably would be the best way to describe it. But it might still give you a better experience using it compared to the standard dynamic range content. So you might as well turn it on if you watch a lot of TV shows, movies on your phone. It might give you better results. but keep in mind when using this, you will be consuming more battery on your phone. Now, how much more? I can't tell you. I haven't tested it out extensively to know this. So it's something for you to maybe check out. You can obviously go into the battery section. So if we go back, you can navigate to, oops, if I clicked it correctly, battery right here. And by scrolling down, not closing this, you would find the application that you use to watch content. And when you see it, you can see how much percentage it used and how much it's been running. So at that point, you would basically want to take a note on how much battery it used when watching it in normal standard dynamic range. Then enable that feature, watch it again for the same amount of time, and see how much the battery decreased from that again. And this will give you a good understanding on how much bigger the power draw will be. Anyway, moving on, we can now actually move into the plus key, which I did tap by mistake. And this is something that I don't personally like, the substitute for the actual hard switch that we used to have that would allow us to move it to up and down for silent, vibrate, and so on. Instead, now we're basically copying Apple right here with this phone and giving you the absolute bullshit slap by literally not implementing anything original, just straight up copying Apple, because apparently Apple can't do no wrong. Apple, everything that they do must be absolute shitting gold, and I absolutely effing hate it. I would prefer to have a switch. OnePlus could have kept it. I would have been more happy than with this piece of shit right here. But it is what it is. Anyway, instead of being unique, we're basically or copying shit, and because of that, we have literally the same garbage that Apple offers. So we have the plus to minus. You know what? I need to check what the shit is this. I shit you not, this is Apple animation. What the hell? Wow, you really can't come up with your own shit, OnePlus, can you? So what does it even do? If I hold it, select voice input language, cool. I mean English, confirm. What the fuck are you doing? What's the purpose of this? Analyzing. What are you analyzing? Screen content. Cool. So you added a screenshot. Wow. Oh, great. You told me the obvious. Wow. What I would do without this feature. Wow. So this is absolutely useless. Great. Let's get rid of this shit. I would prefer to have it not do literally anything rather than what it's doing right now. Thanks, OnePlus. Anyway, and here we have a couple options like silent and vibrate. So it's missing one option that we used to have. Okay. Do not disturb mode, camera, flashlight. Actually, that's an option that I would probably use. Voice recorder, translation, screenshots, which is basically what the first option does anyway. And we can have it do nothing. Are you kidding me here? So I want to stop here for a moment. Why the absolute high heaven did you remove the switch, copy Apple, but then decided to copy it to the extent that it's shitty, but not give me the option to select whatever I want to use as this effing button. Instead, you give me no action as the last option. Did you not realize that Apple actually has additional things that are just a little bit harder to see that you can choose from, like custom up or custom action? Because I sure shit can't find any other options here, which makes this piece of shit button useless. Like, shove it up your ass. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this with burning passion. Anyway, I'm going to be selecting the only thing that I would ever use here, which is a flashlight. I personally have more use of a flashlight because it lets me see, rather than a garbage-ass AI mode that tells me what is on my screen when I pressed it by mistake? Well, thank you very much. It's a home screen. I couldn't tell it myself. So at least flashlight will give me. Hello, I need to hold it. Oh my god, I need to hold it. Great, because by mistake I might press it. Fantastic. So yeah, holding it basically turns it on and off. Now, for some stupid, retarded reason, we can have it on a press. That's your simple little brain that you need AI for to think for you could confuse this and press it by mistake, so you need to hold it now. Great. Don't I feel like I'm so warm and fuzzy inside and patted by the corporation so I don't do anything that they wouldn't want me to do? Feels so nice. Anyway, let's go back in here to the settings and ignore AI. It literally makes me want to use this phone less when I see this, like straight up. And last thing that I want to talk about is the system navigation. So we're going to go into system and update and go into the system navigation. We have gestures and buttons. And obviously you can choose whichever one you want. But at the button, at the gesture option, we do have additional options like hide gesture bar guide. We're going to hide it. And it just gets rid of this crap from the bottom. It serves literally no purpose other than to just indicate where you're supposed to swipe up from. Like the swiping up from the bottom of your screen wasn't apparent enough. Maybe I should have AI tell me that. And we also have the mistouch prevention along with options here that allow you to increase or decrease the sensitivity of your back swipes. So if I start moving this, this will actually show you a blue bar. There we go. Not sure why it didn't show up the first time. So you can see now the way this works, this blue bar indication, your finger needs to start the swipe from the blue area outside of it to trigger the back gesture. So obviously if you swipe it all the way to the bottom, you can see this bar is very, very small. So you need to be very precise about the back swipes. Now the way I do it, this doesn't really matter how low it is because I always start from outside of the screen into it, which always triggers it correctly. So anyway, another thing in here that I wanted to show while we're here is the animation speed, which we'll need to actually enable through developer options, which are enabled right now, but you won't see this option in here by default. So first things we would need to do is navigate into about device and then find is it version? I believe it's this. No, there we go. Is the version number right here. So tap on that 7 times, and when you do, if you have a screen lock, you will need to confirm it. When you do, it will tell you that you are now a developer. So you can go back into the system and update, select the developer options, and then start scrolling down. And we're looking for window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. And this is located under the drawing category right here. So once you find this, you can change all of these options to be at, for instance, 0.5. Now there's a chance, oops, I misclicked. There's a chance that there is also an option under the display to change the animation speed of your device, but this is actually like a definitive version. This will actually give you a much better result than the options and the settings that you have like by default available to you. Now I recommend changing this to 0.5. I don't recommend going to off option as an example. If we select these to be off, number one, you can already see the glitchiness. So when I click on the window, there's like a black flash for like a single frame when it's disappearing with this window. Another thing that you might see is, well, this. So when I let go, it just snaps. Then I have like the, again, black flash where it pops into view. So it's working, just not in the best way. So it might have a little bit of a gimmicky kind of look to it. So I prefer to have it at 0.5. This increases the animation speed by basically reducing it by half, and meaning I can now access content much faster while still having the animation, so not having this glitchy look to it. And there's one more thing that I want to talk about, which is this bar right here at the on the side. You can swipe up on it, and this will show you a bunch of applications. We can edit this, so we can add more apps in here. And there's a lot of apps you can add in here, but I'm just going to keep it as it is. You can also go into the settings right here and we have the Smart Sidebar, so you can get rid of it if you don't want it, and should have show up names. No, because we don't have the option to get rid of. Oh no, there is no AI crap. Okay, never mind. I'm confusing it with Samsung. Samsung tries to cram down AI features down your throat. So yeah, we don't have it. We just have the file doc for some reason in here. Like, it's taking a little bit too much space, but it's whatever. So once you add some applications in here, more than we have right now, you can then just, for instance, grab them from here, drag them over, drop them, and you can see it's now doing this a split screen. You can grab another app. I think I grabbed Chrome, so I'm gonna grab. Oh, nope, never mind. Grabbed photos. So if we tap on it, it opens it up in a pop-up view. Just get rid of this for now. Minimize. Let's also grab this. So when I drop this, I already have the photos right here at the top. Now it's going to be split screening. So as you can see, now we can split screen. We can resize this if you want to, and we can click on the bar. So this black area right here. And what you can actually do is save as a app group. Now it saves it to home screen. Whatever, good enough, I guess. So I'm going to close this, try to find it, and it's right here. So you can see two different applications shown. So if I click on this, it will open both of them up at the same time. So you can create app pairs like this and have easy access to them later on. And for instance, you could do something like your browser and YouTube, and have YouTube at the top while watching videos. You can be browsing the web. You don't need subscriptions. The videos will continue to play, which is what we all care about. Or you could just alternatively use YouTube Revanced, and it will do the same thing while you close the app. And with the pop-up applications, like I have one right here, you can just open them up. You can have multiple of them open at the same time, as you can see. And I can just be swiping through them. Oh, there we go. So there we go. And you can get rid of it quickly. And obviously you can have other things open at full screen while also utilizing the pop-up view version of it. And you can also see that you can resize it while still using it fully. So there we go. Now that sums up all the things that I wanted to show you. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Welcome. In this video I will show you some performance tricks and also the gameplay test on your OnePlus 15 smartphone. So first of all, go to settings, navigate all the way down to system and update, then go to software updates and check for any available updates on your device. To do so, you're gonna have to be connected to the internet, either using Wi-Fi or mobile data. If you have any software updates prepared for you, of course, take your time to download and install them. And then let's go back to settings. Actually, we don't have to leave this. No, we have to go to About Device section and then go to software. No, to version. In version, tap on version number until you see you are now in developer mode. If you have to enter your password, then of course do so. And once you are in the developer mode, go to System and Update, go to Developer Options, find Memory, and now let's enable RAM expansion. So switch this toggle to the right and then move the slider all the way to the right. To do so, you're gonna have to be you have to have at least well, of course, 12 gigabytes of available storage on your device, as your storage will be used as virtual RAM memory. So make sure that you freed up storage before you do so. And now let's leave this menu and then tap Restart Now to reboot our device for the settings to be applied. Now we have 12 gigabytes of available storage extra, to 12 gigabytes of available RAM memory extra on this phone. and yeah, this will significantly increase this device's performance. But let's see what we can do next. So let's go back to settings. Let's actually go back to system and update, open developer options once again, and let's find the animation scales to improve our device's smoothness. Here we have them. So we have window animation scale. Let's change it to 0.5x. Transition animation scale. Now I recommend changing these settings after you finish your gameplay, as they will reduce your animations during transitions, but they will also improve your device's smoothness. Also, you can go to battery and enable high performance mode, but it's not necessary since we have same feature in the game assistant, which we're also gonna have to launch. So let's open it. It's a pre-installed app on your phone. Make sure that it's up to date too. So tap on app info. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Or let's manually find it. Okay, let's find it manually in the Play Store. And let's actually open manage apps and device, updates available, and yeah, we actually have an update for it. So let's download the latest update for this application. Okay, now let's relaunch this app, and all the games that you install on your device will be added here. Now let's tap on performance and let's select Pro Gamer mode, switch. Then let's go to display. Here you can choose your refresh rate, so either standard to save your power or higher for smoother gameplay. You can also adjust your controls here. Now in network settings, if you are using both mobile data and Wi-Fi, I recommend using a smart dual channel network, which will improve the connection with the game. Especially this is useful if you're playing multiplayer games. Then your phone will dynamically switch between Wi-Fi and SIM card. If you're using two SIM cards, then also enable this feature for better connectivity. In focus settings, you can adjust your preferences, whether or not you want to get disturbed during your gameplay. Now in GPU settings, you can actually adjust your MSAA to improve your graphics. This will not this will actually reduce your device's performance, but it will improve your visuals. And also you can adjust anisotropic filtering. Increasing it also will also increase your device's resource usage, so will decrease its performance. But I want to perform a test later, so I'm gonna also adjust this setting. Now I don't think we have anything else here. Okay, so I think everything is prepared. Now let's go to our PUBG Mobile, which will be the first game for the gameplay test. I tried to enable the frame rate. Let's actually enable Pro Gamer here, and we can also switch to hyper frame rate. Oh, and one more important thing I forgot about, actually, in the game assistant. Let's go to settings and switch this toggle to the right to automatically adjust your game's resolution, which will adjust the screen resolution based on your phone temperature and battery level, so that your device doesn't overheat during your gameplay. Okay. And also in the quick tools right here, use cleanup to optimize your device. Okay. You can also enable mistouch prevention here. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this menu every once in a while so you can check the FPS rate. Now let me show you the settings for this game. Now let's go to settings, graphics. We have customized graphics, ultra HDR, ultra frame rate, also the water reflections enabled, and the same settings for each menu. Oh no. Yeah, the same settings. Okay, so now let's start the game. Okay, and let's see how well this device performs. Also make sure, if you can, connect to the fastest network around you, is if you're playing multiplayer games. Yeah, so as you can see, the texture processing, it didn't even take that long. It's not even a couple of seconds, like actually, yeah, it's literally a couple of seconds. But what I can tell you, and what I can tell from what I see, is that the brightness is way too low. So let me actually increase it. Yeah, now it's much better. Okay, arms drop leader. That's probably because this device has such a good performance. I hope so. Okay, so yeah, the frame rate is 56 right now. It dropped down a little, but it seems to me that the frame limit for this phone is set to 60 FPS. It's not really cool, but I mean, it's pretty much enough for a display with a small device like this. Okay, let's check right now. The frame rate actually improved. But you've seen these freezes. I think they are only visible because the frame rate drops that much, but like it drops from 79. Yeah, I was actually wrong. The frame rate limit isn't set to 60. So yeah, what I was saying is that the frame rate is probably, the freezes are visible because the frame rate drops drastically, but like from high values. But right now I don't see any freezes. Let's check the frame rate. Frame rate stays stable all the time. Let's land and see what happens. Do I have to open parachute? No. Okay, so can I land in a town, I guess? Or is it a village? No, it's more like a small town. Okay. So, from what I can see, the gameplay is very smooth in this game. Considering the ultra HDR graphics with everything else, you know, it's pretty impressive. Oh, got the best. I remember getting a best last time I played. I wonder if there are any players around. Okay, we got some more ammo. Motorcycle helmets. We have one already. Okay, scope. Okay, Now we got a scope. Oh, and a vehicle. Can I get in? No, it's static one. Yeah, 76. Okay, it's another player round. Oh, this game's gonna end very soon. Okay, they ran to the top. It's time to use the scope. Then I can hear the footsteps, or hear the. Even with a device like this, I'm still like this bad at this game. It's probably just a bot. I don't think it's even a real player, though they kind of behave like one. Okay, I think I need to fix myself a little bit. Did I get any bandages in the way? Okay, nobody here. I thought no, this was definitely a bot because I don't see anyone around me. Okay, how do I use bandages in this game, because I just got one and I think I need it like right now. I don't know where to get it. Okay, here it is. Oh, my health is that high. Oh, actually I see that the frame rate in the building it's actually higher, or no, it just felt this way, so it's not really higher. So the frame rate stays at stable 78, 79 at the best graphics settings available for today, and yeah, this PUBG also PUBG said that. I mean, in the settings, it said that the extreme HDR is coming soon for I think all devices. I don't think it's available for any device right now, but so for now, this is the highest possible settings. Someone's been there. Someone is shooting somewhere there. I think it's coming from the church. Finally got it. Dropped in a populated area. It rarely happens. What does this mean? Is my teammate wounded? Oh, I can hear some steps around me. No, this must be bots. This must be bots. I can't believe these are real people. Or maybe they just have some, bad device. Okay, we can have a picnic. So I don't want anyone else out here. So I think we've seen enough, and now let's switch to the Asphalt. Let me just show you final FPS. So 76, around 76, 77, something like this. Now let's switch to the Asphalt Legends, which is the next game for the gameplay test. Now Asphalt Legends actually has a wider variety of settings for this particular phone. Just look at how well this car looks here. Let's check the FPS. 120 FPS. It's what this device supports in this game. Let's check the graphics settings. Everything is set to the highest possible quality. So let's get to gaming, I guess. Let's select some map. Oh, the ads. Okay, can start. I'm gonna pick the car, play anyway. I don't care. My car isn't improved. I have like the best gaming device in my hands. Oh yeah, the FPS. Practically stable 120. Oh, I like this game for for I can test it like without playing it. So yeah, so you can see that the frame rate stays at the same level all the time. Yeah, you don't see the right now. You don't see the gameplay itself. So let me show it to you. As you can see, the texture quality is actually very good. All the detail and then the raindrops or just like the water drops on the display. And the frame rate stays stable. I don't think I need to check it. I think it's gonna be like this all the time in this game. Oh no, I forgot that this game could have had some sort of copyrighted music in it. But I don't think I barely heard it. I hope that it wasn't that loud. Okay, so now let's try another map. Scotland. Let's try Scotland. Play anyway. We don't need no upgrades. Oh, the frame rate actually dropped a little. And I can feel the phone heating right now. So yeah, so I think after one round of PUBG with these settings, you should actually leave your phone for a while, and it's gonna be healthy both for your device and your eyes. Okay, let's check. Yeah, so the frame rate actually dropped on this map. Probably has more demanding textures or more textures overall. But 90 FPS for a mobile game is pretty impressive. I mean, okay. So I think it's gonna be all. So you've seen everything yourself. I can tell that this phone actually heated a little bit. No, not just a little bit. It actually it's pretty hot right now. And it's been like, I don't know, like 15 minutes. So yeah, I would definitely recommend either changing the settings to lower ones, or just leaving your device to rest for after each round or after a couple of maps in Asphalt, or you know what I mean. So that's it for this video. I hope that it helped you, and if it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm going to tell you explain the suggested questions in your Mindspace application. So here, if we enter the Mindspace application, we can find in Ask Questions the based, as you can see, questions that are suggested for us. If we tap refresh, they will be often refreshed and changed and so on. And these questions are automatically generated prompts that appear inside of the application when you capture a screen, do a note, or start writing, or view a blank page. They are designed to help you think better, write faster, and organize your ideas with the AI. Think of them as the AI-driven nudges that help you develop deeper thoughts, reflect, or do a brainstorm or a plan. So they are context-aware prompts, such as, for example, what is your main goal today? Do you want to summarize this note? Should this be split into tasks? Or here, as you can see, where to find wallpapers. Here, if you enter any Labubu, for example, topic, we can see ask questions again. And here we have these questions again. And the manuscript analyzes what are you writing, recent edits of this, for example, screenshot or a note. It can just see everything what is here. For example, keywords, tone, or structure, whether if it's a task, a journal entry, study note, or a brainstorm. And why do they appear? Actually, for me, it's very useful, but sometimes irritating. It's because sometimes I want just to make my my own prompt, but they serve to enhance your clarity. Actually, it's very useful if you think about that, because they help you think more deeply about what you're writing or what is on the screen or everything else. They can boost your productivity because they can convert rough notes into task summaries or action plans, help with the brainstorming, support journaling or mental wellness, and guide the better structure. And here they have actually 3 or 4 types of the questions. For example, reflection, wellness questions, clarifying questions, create and brainstorming questions, or even summarizing and reviewing questions. Apart from that, here we do have the organizational questions that are sometimes based on what we are writing, but it's really seen. And I can tell you how do I use them effectively. It's because I use them as a tap a question to open a quick action, because this may trigger a summary, a rewrite, a structured outline, checklist, a reflected prompt, or a brainstorm window. You can use them as a thinking guide for you, because even if you don't tap them, they help you shape your thought process. For example, when writing a note. You can use them with the Gemini, because Gemini is very, very good for making some notes, and enable and disable the granularity, which inside the Mindspace setting, you may find options like Smart Suggestions, AI Assistant, and writing prompts. And actually, you cannot write your own suggested questions, but you can influence them or just make your own prompts, like for example here. Ask them anything about their memories. And actually that's it. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm gonna tell you how you can easily rewrite any text in your OnePlus 15 automatically using either AI templates or AI summary or AI writing. So at first let's open, for example, our notes. Then let's open some note and let's select all text. Select all. Now tap AI Writer. Now, as you can see, here we do have Polish, proofread, format, create mind map or table, but that's not for what we wanted. Here tap Polish. Now we can tap this button to finish. We don't want to see the animation. And here we do have Adjust. We can select Standard, Tone, Detailed tone, concise tone, formal, casual, witty, and yeah. So we can, for example, set it to witty. We can set moderate emojis, like moderate was here. We can set the length as short as possible. And here we can enter our adjustment request. But let me generate the new text. And now, as I can see, here we have brand new text. Here we can tap this button, and now we can tap replace. Now our text is replaced, and now if we select this all, again tap AI Writer, and for example format, we can have our text formatted very, very nicely. That's how it actually works. We can tap this square button to confirm, tap replace again, and that's how it works. That's how to rewrite your text. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you forgot your lock screen password to your OnePlus 15. In such case, the best solution would be to contact OnePlus customer support service and tell them about your issue. And if you can prove the ownership of your smartphone to them by, for example, showing them a receipt or an e-receipt from the store where you bought the phone, they'll be able to help you out with regaining access to your smartphone without removing any personal data from it, like photos, files, applications, settings, or anything else. So this is why I consider this option to be the best one. So yeah, if you can, you should totally try to go this way. But if you cannot regain access to your smartphone this way, you still can perform a factory data reset operation on it yourself and therefore regain access to it immediately. However, the factory reset operation will remove all the files from your device. So unless you have some kind of backup prepared, you're gonna have to use your device, start using your device as a new one. Now, there are two ways to perform factory reset operation on the smartphone. The one is the remote one, and the other one is local. To perform the factory reset operation locally, you're gonna have to go into the recovery mode and do it from the recovery mode. And if you want to do this locally, you can you should check the other video on our channel that explains how to perform factory reset operation locally step by step. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out that video. If you want to perform the factory reset operation remotely, you can easily do this by using any other device that has internet connection on it, to go to the website, to the web browser, opening the search engine and searching for the Find Hub service by Google. Once you find this website, open it and log in using your Google account data, so login and password. Now, yeah, I forgot to mention that this option will only be available for you if you see this kind of notification when trying to turn off your phone. So the one saying you can locate this phone with Find My Device with even when powered off. So once you log in using your email and password, you will see the list of devices linked to your Google account, and you will easily be able to find your OnePlus 15 on the list. Once you select it, now the options for this device in my case look kind of differently because I'm using this device right now. But once you enter it, tap the gear icon next to it, and once you do that, select factory reset and confirm on the second page to perform factory reset operation. So after that, you're gonna have to set up your device as a new one, and that will be it. Your access will be regained. However, there is a third possibility. If you do remember your device's password, so the one that lets you successfully access your smartphone last time, but you still cannot use your device because your phone just won't accept it this time, and this might be because of some third-party application or some background activity is affecting the way your lock screen behaves. And in such case, you're gonna have to enter the safe mode to try to enter your device in it using your regular password without any third-party applications being enabled. To do so, you're gonna have to press power button and volume up key at the same time, then swipe up for restart and wait for your OnePlus logo to appear on your screen. Once it appears, immediately start holding down the volume down button and keep holding it until your device is fully started. So once you see the OnePlus logo on your screen, hold down the volume down button, and once your device is put it into safe mode, you will see the safe mode indicator in the bottom left corner of your device's screen. If you don't see it there, just try once again. Eventually you will get there. Now try entering your password, and in case you succeed, before you try to figure out what kind of application could have caused this, go to your settings menu, then go to security and privacy, and remove your screen lock by going to device unlock, screen lock, enter your password, and then select turn off password, and for some reason we have to confirm the password once again. Now reboot your device normally by pressing power button and volume up key at the same time, and select restart and let your device restart. It will reboot normally this time. So that's it. That's the solution for your issue, and I hope that this video helped you, and if it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info. Today I do have the OnePlus 15 and I'm going to explain the AI social media post generator. So actually, this is very easy. At first open settings and scroll down to the AI. Tap AI writer. Enable this first option, such as AI writer for social media post. Generate captions for your social media post based on the scene. So at first we need to have it enabled, and now we can go to the notes. Notes are exactly here. Let's open new note. And now, as you can see, we are not in the social media application, but we can enable the AI by tapping on this button right here. Here, tap write posts, social media or reviews, enter a dim or adjustment request. So let's, for example, tap generate. It will scan the scene, but as you can see here, we have no. And now, here, as you can see, we have something that is based on our daily life and what's happening right now. Just chilling, waiting to jot down some amazing ideas. My battery is at 86%, so plenty of juice for creativity. What should I capture first? Hashtag notes. We can set, for example, for more casual. Ever feel like you need a fresh start? Sometimes a blank page is all something. This is based, as you can see, on the background. We can, for example, do the artistic. My digital canvas awaits. The clock's gentle whisper at 17:41 reminds me to capture feeling thoughts. With a tap, I open a fresh page, ready to paint ideas with words. Hashtag digital notes. That's how it works actually, and you can just tap insert to insert it. And here we are in the notes, but you can insert, for example, on X, like the formerly Twitter, some Instagram, everywhere actually where it's just possible to insert the note. And that's how you use it actually. As you can see here, we do have the style, for example, reviews, social media, etc. Here we can enter a theme, for example, lazy evening. Here we have this artistic one. Let me just set it, for example, for standard one, so that I can easily read it to you. As it winds down, my digital canvas is ready for me. At 17:41, the clock nudges me to jot down. As I can see, this is taken from here, so that's why it's almost the same. But you can tap adjust right here. Tap, for example, reviews, witty, length, less, emojis, more, generate. And now it will base on the same screen thing, but yeah. That's how it works actually. And you can tap replace and this will be replaced. And that's it. Hope it helps you and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Hello, in this video I'm gonna tell you how to fix battery draining issues on your OnePlus 15. Okay, so as you can see right here, it's the OnePlus 15 and it has a really big battery. But if for some reason you notice that the battery is draining too quickly, there are some things that you may want to do to improve it. So let's see what we can do. At first, I'd recommend going to the settings and then go to battery. So find battery here. And by the way, remember that after a few years of using this phone, it is normal that the time after which the battery discharges gets shorter. The battery will drain faster, but if it happens too soon, in your opinion, then there are things that you can do, and we'll do that. So let's begin by seeing our battery usage. I don't have really high battery usage. I actually don't have any since I had this phone reset a moment ago, but you'll see all your apps listed here and how much battery they have been using. So you may want to restrict the background for them by clicking on them. You can see the background activity time, foreground activity, and the background activity should be interesting because some apps don't really need to work in the background. Of course, there are apps that you want in the background, like for example, apps that you want notifications from, like let's say WhatsApp or Snapchat, Instagram, some social media that you'd like to get notifications from. But if that's a game or something like that, you don't really need it to refresh in the background. Also, I'd recommend leaving background activity for apps like like the ones that connect to your devices, like for example a smartwatch. But besides that, I'd recommend disabling that. And to do it, you can go to apps, then go to app management, select the app that in your opinion drains too much battery compared to what it actually does, and let's for example try to find an app for that. Well, I don't really have much apps, but let's say Netflix. If I decide that my Netflix uses too much, I can go to battery usage and change the power consumption controls and set it to smart mode or restrict background activity. I don't really need notifications from Netflix. Now, for apps that like the core services, like for example Google Play Store, Google, or something like that, I'd recommend leaving background activity, of course. Now, once we know that, it is super important that you uninstall some bloatware if you have it. So if on your phone you can notice some apps that you think you don't need at all, but they aren't system crucial apps, like for example photos or phone. What I mean is, for example, the Netflix or Instagram, they were pre-installed on the phone. If you don't need any of those, just press and hold and click on uninstall. If you don't need it, it doesn't need to be there. I'm gonna also uninstall LinkedIn. I don't really use it. And maybe the Amazon shop. Of course, if you use it, you can leave it. Now, it is also worth making sure that in your settings, a few other things are correct. Let's go to display and brightness. You can see there's dark mode. If you wish, you can enable it because it saves your battery by making the screen darker. Now, you can also schedule the dark mode. You can change the dark mode settings. The enhanced one is the darkest and it's gonna save the most power. But if you don't like the dark mode, just stay on light mode. Now, brightness. auto brightness is a really good feature because it adjusts the brightness of your phone to your environment, so the phone isn't too bright, doesn't use too much power, because screen on your phone uses a lot of power. Now, also another thing is screen resolution and screen refresh rate. Let's go to resolution, and the high one gives you higher resolution, of course, which has a better image, but the standard one, if you don't really care, is still great, but just has longer battery life. Now, screen refresh rate, and this may be controversial for some, because some people think that high is the only way to go and that you shouldn't really set it to anything else. But really, I would highly recommend setting high for a week, seeing how you feel with it, and then seeing standard for a week. And seeing how you feel with it. If you don't see much difference, or if you see it but you don't care about it, I'd recommend setting it to standard because it improves your battery life. Of course, the screen may appear a little bit less smooth, but some people won't notice the difference, and some people, even if they do, they just don't care. Now, these are the things for our display settings that we'd like to do. And now, let's try installing the AccuBattery. This is an app that will check all the different things about our battery and tell us if something's right or wrong. So let's go to Play Store. We'll need to sign in. I'm gonna get back to you in a moment. Okay, I'm signed in now, so let's go to the Play Store. Gonna go through that. And let's go to search. Download AccuBattery. And now get it. Let's go to install. Open. And now here you'll see statistics about your battery. So it is in calibration currently. You can see it tells you to disconnect your charger and wait a moment. It's you can see it's detecting the polarity and electrical current unit of the measurements. So yeah, it's just gonna read our battery data. Now we can click on continue, and let's click on finish, and now we can see everything about our battery. So I'm gonna close that. Okay, never mind that. And now you can see that it tells us all the data. We should go to health and see our battery health. Well, you can see I don't really have it configured yet. I would need to first configure it, so it needs to discharge and etc. But at some point after like charging it from below 15% to full, it'll tell me what the battery health is right now, and based on that I will be able to know whether my battery is fine or not. The lower this value is, means the more degraded your battery is. So that's what you may want to look into. And it's worth just monitoring your battery here. See, there's different data here that you can read. It's much more complex than just in setting stuff. So yeah, I would highly recommend monitoring all of that from time to time, just like for a week, and see if there are any errors. If there's an error shown, then also you may want to look into that. Now, a few more things is settings and battery and power saving mode. If you want, you can enable it. It will do all the things to preserve your battery for additional like 2 hours or so. In some cases, I think it may be really useful if you're just going out for some time and need a longer battery that day. There's also a super power saving mode, which when enabled, you can see it gives you only 6 apps. They are free by default, and you can add 3 more or remove these, and that's basically the whole phone right now. You can see I can lock it, I can unlock it, that's it. If I want, I can exit it, and that's it. So, yeah. And now a few more things about your typical battery usage. I would recommend you, for your battery longevity, so it doesn't degrade, I would recommend discharging, never discharging below 10%. Of course, sometimes you just need to discharge it because you're out and you can't charge your phone, but whenever you can, please plug in your phone if it's below 20, below 10, because lithium-ion batteries just don't like being discharged to 0. And also, if you want, you can make sure that in settings, in charging settings, you have the bedtime setting set, right? Yeah, bedtime. This means that your phone will charge slowly if you're sleeping, and that also saves your battery, I believe. It should also be in battery health, and I would also recommend enabling smart charging, which is also similar to that. And that's basically it. So I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I'm going to tell you how to use the AI table generator on your OnePlus 15. So actually this is a very easy process. At first, you have to open settings and scroll all the way down to AI. Tap AI Writer and make sure that this option is turned on. Now if it is, you can exit this option and go to Notes. Now open your note that you want to make the table about, and for example here as you can see we have classic spaghetti with meat sauce and the recipe and approximately some price. To do a table, so let's select for example the text that you want to make the table from. It may take a while because I want to I want to make everything nicely without instructions. Here tap AI Writer. Now tap Table at the bottom of your phone. And now as you can see this is our table. We can tap Insert and now here it is. Ingredient quantity and approximate cost and notes. As you can see, this is a very nice table actually. I really love the process of doing the tables in here, because apart from the table we do have haptics that are combined with this, and this is just very nice. We can tap Done and we can now go back to this note in a month to prepare the spaghetti with the table. And that's it. Hope it helps you and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Hi, welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have OnePlus 15, and in this video I want to show you how to fix camera shutter lag on this device. So shutter lag is a common performance issue in many OnePlus models. So the very first thing that I would recommend you doing when you are in your camera application is disabling HDR. So you want to tap your 3 horizontal lines in the top right, and here you will see an option Auto HDR, and please make sure that it's off. So if it's on, it will be yellow like this, and you have to tap on it to disable it. Why do you have to turn it off? Because basically when HDR is on, it takes multiple photos to create one perfect image. Now let's switch to video option, and if you are in your video, you have to try lower resolution. So in the top part of your screen you will see here a resolution option, and please try using lower options instead of 4K and 8K. Now let's try clearing camera cache, because it may help as well. Let's go to settings, and you want to scroll to section apps. Now let's go to app management, and here find camera. Let's go to storage usage, and let's clear this cache. And overall you have to free up some storage on your device, because the full storage can slow down your phone. You can try using File Manager application to delete all unnecessary files and eventually free up some space. So that were the main steps on how you can fix camera shutter lag on your OnePlus 15, and I really hope that you find this video helpful and that this video helped you fixing this bug. So thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.